Hello. Today we will talk about an American soldier who, after a failed mission, finds himself alone in the middle of the African desert. In North Africa, sniper Mike and his watcher Tommy are on a covert mission to assassinate a dangerous terrorist leader. While watching, Mike notices that everything is not going according to plan. Many Bedouin arrived at the meeting place. It turns out they're going to give up one of their sisters. The terrorist is at the wedding, but Mike hesitates. He is not sure that it is the right terrorist. He looks into the gun and is ready to put a bullet in the groom, but he lowers his rifle to fail the mission. The sunlight from the sniper rifle sights betrays the soldiers. The terrorists detect them and attack. The soldiers run away. The terrorists try to catch up with them, but the sandstorm forces the enemy to retreat, leaving Mike and Tommy behind. In search of an immediate evacuation, these two contact command to find the evacuation point. The command sends the boys to the village in the vicinity. There the soldiers will take the US forces when the sandstorm is over. Along the way, the guys discuss their personal lives. The soldiers share that at home they are waiting for their children and wives. As they continue to Mike's feet, a plaque arrives. Mike picks it up and reads it. Careful with the mines. Mike lowers and stops Tommy. The soldier also finds a toy soldier in the sand, which he considers a bad sign. However, Tommy does not believe in this nonsense and encourages him to move on. Crossing a couple of plains, Tommy detonates on a mine, and his friend Mike tries to save him, as he steps on a mine and hears a click. Mike stops abruptly and stops. He sees his friend with no legs. Mina didn't spare Tommy. He's in shock and doesn't understand anything. Mike convinces him to inject himself with painkillers. Mike tries to talk to Tommy, as he has a walkie with the headquarters. He makes a friend, but he's in shock and doesn't know what he's doing. Mike continues to admonish his friend, but he can't hold his gun and shoots himself in the head. When Mike comes to his senses, he constructs a cord and an axe. He picks up a radio and pulls her to him. The soldier tries to turn on the walkie-talkie, but realizes that the battery is empty. Mike looks for the spare one and spots it in Tommy's breast pocket. He can't reach it, and he's looking for another way out. Mike, having thought about it, connects the station to the solar panel and tries to contact headquarters. After many attempts, the soldier manages to do so. Mike relays his coordinates and asks to evacuate him after reporting the situation. His command will be able to evacuate him in 52 hours. Mike has nothing left. He sets a timer and prepares himself for the quest. After a couple of hours, the soldier runs out of water and food. Mike finds it difficult to stand in one position and he sits on his knee. Mike notices that a sandstorm is coming. The soldier wraps the face and uses the rifle as a support. The guy managed to outlive her, but she took the backpack with the walkie-talkie. Also, a sandstorm dragged Tommy's body to Mike. Mike takes everything he can use. After a couple of hours, Mike falls into a frenzy. He starts shooting in the air and puts a gun to his head to finish it off. Suddenly, a local citizen passes by. Mike, seeing the chance, asks him to bring water and a backpack with a walkie-talkie. But the man just laughed at the soldier and suggested just go ahead. Desperate, Mike drinks even his waist. Looking into the horizon, the soldier sees a silhouette. Seeing it, he sees a girl who has brought him water and brags about a toy soldier just like he found him. The soldier tries to ask her to hand him the radio, but she just runs away. Faced with the harsh conditions of the desert, Mike struggles with both the psychological and the physical consequences of a treacherous situation. Scrolling through in his head, the memories are imaginary images of Tommy, his girlfriend, his parents, and moments when he was a little boy. Night is coming and Mike feels that he is no longer strong. If he falls asleep, he will not wake up. The soldier is gaining patience and strength. He builds a fire to keep warm. He hears the noises and cries of the predators. Mike looks into the thick darkness, but sees nothing. They're just getting closer. The fire is stifling and Mike is trying not to think about what's going on around him. He's being attacked by local jackals. Mike breaks out the fire and even shoots a couple of jackals. In the confusion, he sees Tommy's body dragged into the dark. Morning comes. Mike almost falls from fatigue. Time goes too slow. Later, a local resident approaches him. He asks Mike again to come out and go ahead. But Mike doesn't listen to him anymore, considering it a mockery. He again asks the man to bring him a walkie-talkie. This time, a local resident is doing what a soldier wants. Mike's calcification begins. He thinks Tommy has risen from the sand unharmed. He also asks him to take a step. But Mike does not give in and wakes up. The second cold night begins. The jackals are coming again, but more active. Mike doesn't have the fire to effectively protect himself. He shoots down to the last bullet in the gun and the predators attack him. In the fight, Mike starts having visions and memories of the past. Just at the bar, he stood up for the girl, beating 4 big men. Later, this girl became his wife. Mike comes to his senses and realizes that he has slaughtered all the jackals who attacked him. The radio sounds. He is told that they will not pick him up in time. Mike throws the clock out and walks into the radio, thinking he's talking to his wife. He said he loved her and started falling. He is picked up by a local resident. He processes the wounds and orders the soldier not to surrender. He helps the soldier and they begin to communicate. It turns out he once stepped on a mine and lost his leg. He says that he was selling them to the partisans, trying to make money. They dug them up with their daughter and changed the fuses. So his daughter died, and he lost his leg. Mike asks for the second daughter, who brought him water. But he replies that he had a quirk and it was the man who brought her. He's talking about his wife, trying to motivate Mike not to give up. The man walks away, pouring some drink into the soldier. He leaves. Mike looks at him in the wake and does not understand how he will last the remaining time. He's having visions again. Mike sees his father abusing and beating the boy, but after a while he becomes emotional, apologizing for everything he has done. Mike is going to shoot him, but does not, and they hug each other in tears. On the radio, they say that they are near and ask for a signal. Mike sees the flare, but it's too far away. Without seeing the signal, the military passes by our hero. Mike is also discovered by terrorists and opens fire on a soldier. Mike heroically fights off the rebels to the last bullet. Mike sees the military cars moving on. Desperate, he decides to take a step forward to take a smoke bomb. Mike goes off the mine for good luck, hoping that the old mines sometimes do not work. The soldier comes off it and nothing happens. He digs the sand and discovers that what he thought was a mine was actually a tin can with a toy soldier inside. Mike falls in tears on the sand. He cries with the happiness he feels. He fires a flare and red smoke rises over the desert. Finally, the rescue team finds him. Mike returns to the United States. Together with the rest, he goes to meet his family. Mike kept the soldier as a reminder of the event he had experienced. He is met by his girlfriend. Mike is right at the airport making her an offer. That's the end of the movie. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Good luck with that.